Hey, Scarefest fans, this is Joe Lewis. Now, if you're stuck home like I am with your children and you're trying to find something that's Halloweeny, maybe put you in a good mood because you guys are freaks and Halloween's important to you, and we all understand that. You may be thinking about what can I watch with me and my children. Now, if you're me, you just go ahead and put Return of the Living Dead on and you rewatch that Linnea Quigley scene over and over and try to impress on the boy how, yeah, well, anyway, I'm a bad parent. I've been looking for things, and there was a movie that I missed a couple years ago. It came out in 2018. It's called A House with a Clock in It's The House with a Clock in Its Walls. Jack Black and Kate Blanchett. This is based on a young adult novel written by John Bellairs many, many years ago. A lot of you are big fans of it. I've actually never read it. I wanted to see it. It's directed by Eli Roth. Now, this would be Eli Roth's first. I don't want to call it a kids' movie. I don't like that term. Some things are kids' movies, but for example, Pixar to me makes family entertainment. This is a family film. Eli Roth gave us Hostel Part 2. This movie, I liked quite a bit. There's some problems I have with it that we'll get into, and no, it's not with the third act, Wes. The screenplay was written by Eric Kripke. If you know, or that sounds familiar, he gave us Supernatural. He is the creator of Supernatural. He's not really written for the show since after the 5th season. He left after that and was still going strong. This is the last season. But I enjoyed it. I'd like to go back and read the novel. I think I'd be interested in reading John Bellairs' work. It's basically about a young orphan named Louis Barnevelt. His mom and dad die, and he has to go live with his creepy uncle in a magical house. And his creepy uncle is played by Jack Black, and his friend is Kate Blanchett. And then that's where the movie goes off. So I think it's a perfect Halloween family film. In the sense of, is it a perfect movie? No, but it's a perfect family film to watch if you want to be either in the Halloween spirit or at Halloween. I love the house. I love the production design. My big flaw with it, other than the jokes are just a little too kid-like sometimes, is that it tries to be a Joe Dante film, and I kept wishing it was directed by Joe Dante, because it doesn't quite hit the mark. It's produced by Spielberg. It's a movie from Amblin. If you're of a certain age, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Joe Dante gave us Gremlins 2. I just think it was trying to get there. Inner Space is another great Joe Dante movie. It's trying to get there, but it doesn't quite get it. That 80s feel. It's close, but it's not quite there. It's not a bad movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Now, it's a little rough maybe for kids under 4 or 5. I showed it to my 2.5-year-old. He was okay with it. He didn't get too upset. But I highly recommend, if you're stuck at home trying to cheer yourself up and think about Halloween, check out The House with a Clock in Its Walls, okay? I'm going to try to do more of these family films, specifically because we are stuck at home. We do have our children. And I want you to know that there's stuff out there that is, I don't necessarily want to call it horror, but movies that have maybe a darker tone or a Halloween feel that could cheer us up. It did make me cheerful. It did make me think about Halloween. The plot is a little slightly convoluted, but it's not too dark. It's not too scary. And some of the CGI is a little questionable. But I enjoyed it. If you're out there and you're looking for something to try out with the kids, The House with a Clock in Its Walls. Stay safe, and I'll see you all in the Fall Scarefest.